I have a thrift haul for you guys today. It is a collective home decor thrift haul of everything I found over the past year or so at Goodwill. So the first thing is for my daughter's bathroom. She picked this out. She recently got some green towels. She has a style that's a mix of modern, but she also really loves the Victorian and Edwardian eras. So she was really drawn to this picture, which she will put in her bathroom. I picked up these two frames at Goodwill for $3.99 each. This is probably my favorite find. I really love the oval frame. They're actually made of plastic, but the plastic is just beautiful. It's thick. It's got a nice texture. The black and the gold are very crisp. It's got a lot of detail to it, but you're not going to believe where these are originally from. They're actually vintage Disneyland frames, and they came with a silhouette in them. And you can still find these on eBay and Etsy, so I will link them down below because I love these frames so much and I highly recommend them. But just swap out the picture and put in something that you like. So this was the perfect touch we needed for my daughter's room. I actually found these like paintings that I put in here from the free little library book box. There was a book of paintings in there or like watercolors, and I just clipped those out and put them into these frames instead. The next item is this mirror I picked up at Goodwill for $5.99. To be honest, it's not a piece that we're going to end up keeping. I bought it for my daughter's walk-in closet, and then a week or two after we purchased it, we decided to rearrange her closet, and it no longer works in the space, and we don't really have anywhere else in the home where we want to hang it, so I'm going to go ahead and sell this. It's actually a Target Opal House mirror from 2020, and it still has the hardware attached, which is kind of cool. Still in my daughter's room, showing you some things that she found. One thing was this mirror that she picked up at a vintage market for $25. She really wanted an oval mirror. Ideally, we wished it was a little bit bigger, but it was still just a really beautiful piece that she could move around her room in various areas, and she could not live without it. We really love the rose detail at the top. And then the next thing we picked up was at Goodwill. I want to say this was $9.99. We love the frame. It is so beautiful, and then we also love the cross stitch that is in it, so we're going to leave that in there for the time being. But I do like that we could pop this out and put another canvas in it if we decide to in the future. But this frame just adds a lot of character to her room or any other room that we decide to move this to. So you'll kind of notice a theme here. We're finding a lot of more vintagey things that have character. But if you follow me, you know that I have a very modern style. So we're trying to kind of mix in a little bit of the character with the modern. This is a vintage textbook that we found at a local consignment store. It's actually a California textbook from the 1940s. You can find grades 3 through 8 in this textbook series, which would be ultimate. I don't know, I'm just really drawn to like these old vintage textbooks, and just the simplicity and the information that was available then is just a lot different than what you see today. And we homeschool, so I kind of am familiar with like curriculum now, and I just think these old vintage textbooks are so cool. Next is this vintage brass apple tray, and it's actually my thumbnail, but I had found this about a year ago, so it has since tarnished, as you can see from my thumbnail photo. But I think I only paid $1 or $2 for this. It was kind of just like a fun thing. It was the only thing I found that day at the thrift store, and I have a tarnish remover like solution or whatever, so I just thought it would be fun to bring home and just kind of work on it for something to do. Now we're getting into the more modern things. I had found this set of West Elm metal orbs for close to $20. So it wasn't like a really good deal, but it was something in a bin that had just rolled out. I peeked into it because our store actually doesn't want you to like look through any bins that they haven't put away yet. But I saw that in there and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take these. And I like them because it kind of balances out a lot of the gold that I have in our home. So it was kind of fun to find something silver. And then the next few items, I may have shared one or two of these pieces in the past. I don't really know. But these are all Crate and Barrel platters, like large serving platters and bowls. I tend to find these kinds of things at Goodwill, so I'm always turning over any white dishes that I find because I'll often find like CB2 or Pottery Barn or Crate and Barrel, West Elm. So they're not super expensive in the store if you were to go to Crate and Barrel, but it's still just a really good deal. I spent far less money than I would if I had gone to the retail store for these pieces. So all of my platters and bowls are actually now Crate and Barrel from the thrift store. Okay, I'm about to show you the final thing that I found, but first I have this set of West Elm low bowls. They're called their organic, or they're from their organic collection. It just means like the shape is organic and a little irregular, but these low bowls are by far like the most used dish we have. But when I was at Goodwill, I found the organic large platter. So this was such a steal because these dishes can be a little bit more pricey, and it was just an amazing find. Like, I can't pass it up. And this is why I love white dishes, because everything just mixes and matches so well. So that's actually all I have for you. Can you believe, like, over the past year, this is about all that I have purchased as far as home decor from Goodwill. It's far different from previous days, but as I mentioned before, the prices have really gone up in our stores, and I'm much more minimal now, so I don't bring in as many things into our home as I used to. So that's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time.